What's up, guys? It's Chachi Power here with Rocket Punch Army. Today is a Godzilla day for me, so I'll explain why. First, I'm just gonna say something. If you're a Godzilla fan here in the US, a lot of the stuff that you have is probably stuff that was like available when movies were out and cartoons and all that stuff. Otherwise, your stuff had to come from Japan or some importer or something. Or you had to go to Toys R Us and you could pick up these little vinyls that keep going up in price for some reason. They started out like 10 bucks, now they're like $14, $15. But they're pretty cool. They're Bandai vinyls. But the Japanese ones are slightly better. And you can also pick one of these guys up. Also a Bandai vinyl. This is about 18 bucks, maybe 20 now. Still cool detail. But thanks to Amazon, you're able to get the new S.H. MonsterArts Godzilla. You can get it right from Amazon, which is cool. It has free shipping. I think it's about 68 bucks, which is expensive. You can buy a bunch of vinyls, or you can get one really cool S.H. MonsterArts Godzilla. So this came in today, and I couldn't wait to show you guys this. I'm going to open it up right here so you can see it. But let me show you the box first. You'll see the Godzilla face here, nice and angry, and it's glossy. And right around the gloss is it's a matte finish. You'll see the rest of the box has a nice matte finish. Same with the back. Has a little history here, starting with the 1954 all the way to the I think it says 2004 down here, the Final Wars. Wish I could read it and tell you guys what it says, but I don't read Japanese. And it's got some nice pictures of the figure. Although, well, I'll get into that later, really, but the pictures kind of look a little bit better than the figure. This is obviously a prototype back here, but that's not to say the figure is bad. It's effing awesome. So, show you the front again. It's got little stickers here. What does it say? S.H. MonsterArts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Monster Action. Whatever that means. I read that and all I heard was blah blah blah. We open this up, show you guys what's inside. It's got a little instruction card in there, which is just really to show you how to use the stand effect feature here, the vomit in the mouth type effect. So here's the Godzilla. Like I said, it's got these stand piece or these effects pieces here, and it's got a nice little stand for it, which is really nice they included this. I wasn't a big fan when I saw this. It just kind of looks weird to me, but it's nice that they included it. And then it's got the base of the stand, which has a nice frosted look to it, and then you got the Godzilla. And this is a bad boy right here. And instead of watching me hold this, and I'm going to actually show you guys in detail up close. So let's check it out. Alright guys, here is Godzilla up close for you guys. I mean, instantly you can see the amount of detail that this figure has. The sculpt is just what I consider beautiful. You can see all the strokes of the sculptor, putting in all that messed up skin of his. And if you guys are familiar with the S.H. figure arts from Bandai, you'll know that they carry that name really because of their high articulation. And this is the S.H. MonsterArts. This is a monster version of that series, and it is no different. I mean, you would think like, okay, it's a big fat PVC figure. How much articulation could it really have? And my response to that is a shitload. Alright, you guys ready for this? I'm going to show you all the articulation this bad boy carries. You got the head, right? Which is jointed right here. You'll see the seam line. So you get that kind of movement. You have the mouth, which also swivels this way, which is obviously on a ball joint. Then you got the neck here, but it's a two-piece neck. You'll see another piece there. So that all has articulation. It's a little tight, and the neck sometimes pops off. That might be because I'm pushing it past its limits. So it's limited, but it does have that movement there. Alright, then we'll check out the arm. Only goes in and out just a tad. Rotates. I don't know if it does a whole 360 degree. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, but it's got the amount of normal, natural movement Godzilla has. Do have the swivel here at the top. You do have the elbow, and you have the wrist. So you get a lot of movement in this arm. And if you're noticing here, the waist is also moving. Okay, limited also. Again, this is a new figure, so maybe it just needs time to break in. But these scales do hit when you turn, so just make sure you clear them. Otherwise, you just get a bunch of paint scraping there, which will detract from the look of the awesome scales. And see, we'll move down to the hips here. You do get the hips. Very generous amount of movement for what this is. Then you get the knee here, which is actually a double jointed knee. So look at that. And then below the knee, there is another seam line here, and then the ankle. So there's a lot of points of articulation in just the leg alone. And that's without even counting the tail. I mean, look at the amount of segments this tail has. I mean, this is just beautiful. There's so much movement. You know, this kind of takes away from the realism, but you know, if you're just displaying the figure, it's not too bad. And it's actually really cool because I think it's the first Godzilla I have that has the full length tail, which is awesome. Now if we get in up close to check out the eyes, mine kind of has like a lazy eye, you know, which kind of bothers me a bit. And he's got that kind of like off to the side jaw, which even though I center all the time, it always seems to end up to one side. But really awesome. I mean, look at the detail inside the mouth. This is beautiful. And again, here's the scales up close. You'll see how much work went into that. This is obviously hand sculpted, and it's just a work of art. Now, I'm no expert in the toy making field, but I do know that usually someone sculpts the figure like a statue, and then someone's in charge of actually chopping up that statue and adding articulation. So whoever did that, good job, thumbs up, because to take a Godzilla statue and just break it down into pieces like this, it's amazing to me. And I'm obviously excited because I'm a Godzilla fan, but this is freaking awesome. I will be getting all the other ones in the series. I don't care which character it is, whatever. As long as it's a monster, I'm buying it. The bottom has the normal trademarks, you know, Toho, Bandai, China. Paint applications, again, I went over them a little bit, but paint applications, looks like they're airbrushed by hand, but neatly done. The teeth are really cool. Just showed you guys that, and I think it's really awesome. The nails obviously or the claws are obviously painted. Mine do have a bit of chipping here and there, so you might want to be careful because it's actually molded in this color. This is not paint. This is just molded in this dark, like almost like a charcoal gray. So the nails are painted, so you want to be careful. The only thing that kind of bothers me is certain sections are, I wouldn't say shiny, but they're not as matte as the rest of the panels. Like these shoulders are really matte, and then this kind of has like a gloss to it. But it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't detract from the figure at all. And I did complain about the eyeballs, you know, being a little bit lazy, but the detail is just absolutely amazing. Like I don't even know if I can get in that close. Center of his eyes are black. Right around the black is yellow. That makes up most of the eye. And the edge of the yellow has a red like trim going around it, and then little veins just going towards the center, and then the rest would be white. And the tongue, don't know if this camera is picking that up, guys, but you'll see there's a texture on the tongue. The tongue almost looks like it's a separate piece. I'm almost half tempted to try and articulate the tongue. And the teeth, each tooth is individually painted and like stained. It's just beautiful. But anyway, let's put that back And then I mentioned that it comes with this little effects piece, which has the frosted base here. I don't like anything with stands because you see this clear bar, you know, which is not bad, but does look kind of corny to me when I have to, you know, pose the Godzilla here. I'm the type of person that can't really ignore the stand. I know some people try and just ignore it, but basically this is what it's for. You recreate this shooting out of the mouth. It just looks like he's spraying water out of his mouth. I would have preferred like little buildings or something, or like little airplanes hanging around that he gets to swat, but you know, anything that's included with a figure these days is absolutely, you know, appreciated, because a lot of times, anytime they include stuff like this, because a lot of times they make stuff like this, you know, web exclusives, which cost an arm and a leg, usually more than the figure. So it's nice that they have it. But really don't know what else to say, guys. It is an expensive figure. It's not die-cast or anything for you die-cast guys. I know there's some die-cast Godzilla stuff, but it's heavy. It's just about as heavy as a die-cast robot toy, for those of you that care. But yeah, like I said, it's pricey, but it's a beautiful, beautiful figure by Bandai. So check it out. It's MonsterArts Godzilla. They're going to be coming out with a few other ones, which I will be reviewing. So stay tuned for that. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And that's it. Bye-bye.